We want to introduce you now to the actor Alan Cumming. What a talented, what a versatile man. He won a Tony Award in 1998 for his performance in the West End production of Cabaret.
Yeah, and now he's showing off his singing skills again. This is a new musical series. This is on Apple TV+, and it's called Schmigadoon.
Alan is the mayor of Schmigadoon. Alan, very good to see you. Joins us now live from New York.
Hello, how are you doing?
Morning,
very good,
Alan,
my friend.
good.
I got to ask, I mean, obviously, to me, this is based on Brigadoon, the Gene Kelly, Sid Charisse, beautiful film of the 50s. And the story is, of course, that, correct me if I'm wrong, Brigadoon appears once every 100 years or so. How closely reminiscent is Schmigadoon of all of that?
Well, it's sort of like, that's true. The Schmigadoon part is this little town where they chance upon it, you go over a bridge, but it's actually an amalgam of lots of Hollywood musicals. It sort of parodies and pays homage to a load of them. Like the opening number is called Schmigadoon, but it's sort of like Oklahoma. It's like that. So there's a whole load of different ones all being sort of mashed up, as it were.
And I love the look of it. I mean, it's like The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know, suddenly you go there, and when you get to Oz,
everything's bright.
Everything's bright and beautiful and colourful.
It was, yes, it was kind of like an onslaught for the eyes when we shot it, because the first day I shot was in the forest, so the colours are, it's supposed to be like an old Technicolor film. Oh, there I am. So that was a lot on the first day of shooting. But it was such a fun thing to do, and we shot it right in the middle of the pandemic when, you know, last sort of September, I went to Vancouver to shoot it there. That's very colourful.
It's very colourful. How was that filming, you know, during lockdown, pandemic, COVID restrictions, etc.?
It was sort of weird. It was kind of it's a very sort of a disassociative experience, because normally, you know, when you finish a take, you chat to the crew and have a laugh, and none of that. We were all in these different colour zones. So like the red zone, that was us, I think. We had to like leave the studio immediately, and then the yellow people or the green people came in. They could, you know, that's the crew that changed the set. So you didn't really talk to, you didn't sort of get to know people in the way that you normally do on a set.
But you were with Kristin Chenoweth, I believe, quite a lot. Yeah. Were you in a kind of bubble together?
We were in a bubble because we were in the same hotel. We were next door neighbours in the hotel, which was just hilarious. And you know, we have very different eating patterns, for instance. And she was in quarantine in the hotel, and I'd quarantined somewhere else. And I asked her if she wanted anything, and she said to me, "I would just love a slushie." And so I didn't know what that was. I had to go to 7-Eleven, and I went in. I was like, "Do you have a slushie?" And they were like, "Yeah, at the back." And I didn't even know you had to make a slushie with a sort of like an ice cream. So that was all she wanted, was a slushie.
Did you go for the blue or the red one?
I went for the blue one, actually. I just thought I'd, you know, go crazy.
The device is offline.
Oh my God, Alexa's talking to me.
Oh, Alexa. What did you ask her?
I don't know. I think it was
slushie, probably.
Oh my God.
Of your screen.
Oh my God.
Is she telling you how to make a slushie?
I think I think it was the thought of commerce. The thought that I was talking about buying something made her leap into action.
Tell us about your character, because you're the mayor of this town. So what's he like, and how much singing and dancing do you do?
I did quite, I mean, in episode 2, I have you know, we all have like a big number each at some point, and then we join in lots of other bits. It's kind of, you know, pretty much an ensemble thing. I'm Mayor Menlove, which should be a clue to something that happens to him during the thing. So he's, it's actually really lovely. Like using the tropes of all these old musicals, they actually deal with a lot of other things, modern things, like this sort of stuff about race. And so basically I also, in episode 2, Cecily's character sees that I sing this song about love is waiting for you, you'll find it one day. And, you know, and she realizes that I'm talking about myself, not about her. And I'm actually talking about he's gay, and so it's about him sort of coming. There's a coming out. There's a great coming out that comes out on this Friday at the most inappropriate moment he could ever come out.
Okay. And you're saying it's a kind of parody, but also homage to the kind of great Hollywood musicals, the golden age of Hollywood. Do you love a musical yourself?
I do. I do. I actually love an old-fashioned musical. But I'm not sort of, you know, I'm not a big aficionado. I think it's funny when you've been in a couple of musicals, everyone thinks you know everything about it. Like, I think it would be like if you guys knew everything about, you know, every talk show host. Do you?
Yeah.
What you do?
More or less, more or less.
Well, my bad. Then. But I was actually fighting. Sometimes on the set, I'd be like, which musical is this we're parodying now?
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure about what was going on.
Well, listen, could I just pay tribute to you as sort of one of Britain's best exports and Scotland's best exports. You're never out of work, my friend, and I wonder how much of that is you. How much is that the roles being offered to you, or do you just make yourself busy all the time? You look, Ruth, you look at American TV series. He has been in practically them all. He's been in a Bond movie as well. You do
and
documentaries, podcasts. You just never seem to stop, which is a tremendous tribute to you.
Well, thank you. I mean, I like working, and I have time off as well. But I just sort of like, I kind of now, just do things that I like. And luckily there's a lot of things I like. But I just sort of, I think it's a thing that you sort of, in your early things, you think, oh, you've got to keep working. And I do keep working, but actually I just think I make a lot of my own work as well. Like, I have my podcast, Cumming Shelves, that I'm doing right now. I write, I've got a new book coming out. And so I tour doing concerts. So I think that, obviously that fills up a lot of your time, but it's also stuff that comes from you. And that's the kind of stuff that I really
and I love your style in your programmes as well. I'm sure a lot of that comes from you as well. But you're heading back for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, we understand.
Yeah, the International Festival, actually. I'm doing 4 shows of I've got this new cabaret show called Alan Cumming is Not Acting His Age. So I'm doing that.
Okay. Well, let's hope you never do, Alan. Thank you. Always lovely to talk to you. Schmigadoon is showing now on Apple TV+.